we are back on Get Up. We opened with the Eastern Conference highlights last night. How about an elimination game for the Nuggets in Minnesota? We know about the banged-up Timberwolves, but Jaden McDaniels, Shams, what a series he had for Minnesota.
He has turned into a flat-out star in these playoffs, 25 years old. And this kid, Terrence Shannon Jr.
Shannon, man.
Got hops.
With authority at the left hand, Timberwolves a 7-point lead, 30 seconds left in the half. Oh, Rudy Gobert.
Stifle Tower.
Gobert or go home. Take another look at Gobert. That's why he's won 4 Defensive Players of the Year. Third quarter, Nuggets are down by 7. Season on the line. Jokic, Murray, Jokic. Yes, it's a 5-point game. Next Denver possession. Jokic drawing defenders, finding Cam Johnson, knocks down the triple. It's a 2-point game.
Wasn't enough of those, though. Wasn't
3
enough of
minutes
those
left in the
kick-out
third.
threes.
That's right, because it was McDaniels.
Yep.
Tell you what, Alan, they've got answers, this Timberwolves team.
You keep thinking all the players they lose to injury, including Dosunmu, who didn't play before this game, but yet they just find others who can step up in a big spot.
But look at this at the top. This is Jokic and Jalen Clark, and we're going to get into it.
Disrespectful.
Let's describe what we see here. Oh, the fans like it.
Fans.
Take another look here. Jokic. I like how Jokic was incredibly careful to make sure he didn't do anything you get tossed for.
Now watch, the push in the back is what set off Jokic, so he gives him a shove back.
But then he's got the hands out.
And then, what am I doing?
So we got Tex on Jokic and Clark and Reed. Nobody tossed. And then it's Shannon Jr. Shams, you mentioned it. So good. 24 for him. Timberwolves by 8. DiVincenzo can feel it.
His foot's up in the air. Did you see?
3-point game. Shannon
And
again.
one.
Show me A-Rod. Show me A-Rod. Timberwolves by 6. Minute left.
Look at this shot, though.
Dagger. McDaniels career high 32. Timberwolves by a dozen. They move on to play San Antonio. Here was the aftermath.
Denver had the chance to pick who they wanted to play coming down the stretch, and they chose us. And we used that as a motivation all the way through preparation and through the series. They chose us. They didn't have to choose us. They chose us. And our guys were up for the challenge of that.
How far away or not far away do you feel like you guys are from being, a championship contender?
I mean, we just lost in the first round, so I think we are far away.
Do you feel like changes, or like what type of changes?
I mean, that's not my decision, to be honest. Definitely, if you're in Serbia, you will get fired.
Okay, we got a lot to react to there. And Windman, let's start with the Denver and the Jokic of it all. The last night that I spent as the host on the NBA here for us was in Denver as the confetti was falling and they were winning the championship in dominant fashion in 5 games. And the thought in my head is this is the beginning of a dynasty. Jokic is an unstoppable force. They have great pieces around him. They may never lose again. And since that time, they've won 2 playoff series and now they're out in round 1. What do we say about the Nuggets this morning, Windy?
Incredibly disappointing last couple of years. 2 7-game series losses before the conference finals the last 2 seasons. And then this year, not even getting out of the first round, despite all the injuries that their opponent had. Jokic said several times that he wants to be a Nugget for life. However, he did not sign a contract extension last summer. He will have the opportunity to sign a contract extension this summer in the neighborhood of $300 million. They can basically guarantee he will be a Nugget for life. If he signs it, they try to figure out how to retrofit the role players. If he doesn't sign it, we have a 5-alarm fire. So he did say, I want to be a Nugget for life 2 different times. He supported his head coach and all of those things. This summer, he'll be able to back it up with actions.
How about it, Shams? What is everyone looking at as far as the future for Jokic in Denver? Where do they go from here?
Nikola Jokic has said time and time again, like he did last night, that he wants to be in Denver forever. The Nuggets organization, upper management, they feel very confident that Nikola Jokic will be signing that extension this offseason. But clearly, there's a supporting cast that needs to be potentially retooled, and they have financial decisions to make this offseason too. So I think everyone around the league is going to be monitoring their players, their supporting cast. Is there a player that they try to get off of this offseason? But overall for Denver, I mean, this is not how they wanted this season to finish.
Now to lose to their arch rivals and everything else. And so then, Monica, let's switch it over to the Minnesota side of this. I will admit I couldn't have been more wrong. When I saw Anthony Edwards go down and pounding the ground like that after DiVincenzo, I thought, what a terrible shame. They're going to lose this series now when they were so clearly the better team. What do we say about this collection of guys that managed to grit out a really, really impressive win last night?
That's the word right there, Greeny, in my opinion. And we sat there and I felt like the math was in favor of these Minnesota Timberwolves just to get one more because of that word grit that you just mentioned. When you watch this series going into game 5, the Wolves were averaging 57 points in the paint. Last night, they had 64 points in the paint. And so the Nuggets just were unable to stop even this version of the Wolves. And I give Jaden McDaniels a ton of credit, as well as Julius Randle. Those guys were determined. They were not going to let go of this opportunity, and they kept going at the Nuggets. And of course, the defensive performance by Rudy Gobert is going to be the thing that we probably remember the most from this series.
When you miss your most important offensive player, you have to win with your defense. It's what the Lakers were doing in their series with the Rockets. It's exactly what you have to do. And of course, with Chris Finch, he's done a great job coaching that team, especially making them defensive. That's literally what they did. So they also knew the matchups. They knew who they could attack. McDaniels said it. They got guys that can't guard. Here's why. Aaron Gordon, injured. Peyton Watson never played. Two of their most important defensive players were not available. That's the story of the whole season for the Denver Nuggets. Two critical pieces they were never really whole this season.
And Windman, finish it up on the Minnesota side of things. You had a lot to say this morning in our meeting, and I thought it was fascinating.
Real talk, it's a crowning achievement for the Wolves franchise. Even getting to the conference finals the last 2 years, their ability to stitch this together and win this game against all odds. Everybody who was in that building last night will remember that moment. It was a moment for Jaden McDaniels to verify himself as an emerging star in this league. It was a career-defining series for Rudy Gobert. Chris Finch threw caution to the wind, played ultra big last night, playing Naz Reid at small forward. Everybody there pulled this off. I don't love their chances against San Antonio in the next round, but they beat their arch rival in a vital game that felt like a Super Bowl to them. This will go into the lore, at least in Minnesota, like the We Believe Warriors went into the lore in Golden State all those years ago.
Absolutely. So that was the story in the West. I want to go back to where we started the show this morning, and that was in the East, because the two games there last night were so fascinating. The Knicks coming off of one of, and this is not hyperbole. I know that I have been accused occasionally of engaging in hyperbole. This was not hyperbole. The Knicks last night had one of the most impressive postseason performances that we've ever seen, and yet they remain at DraftKings the third favorites to come out of the East and advance to the NBA Finals. Now, I'm the one who told you the other day, they're going to the Finals. This Knicks team is going to the Finals. Celtics are facing a do-or-die Game 7. Cavs haven't gotten out of round 1 yet. The Knicks are already cruising on their way along. What do you make of this, Alan Hahn, that the Knicks remain the third longest shot on the board?
I love it. First and foremost, they're better off as an underdog anyway, right? They can't stand any type of success. But obvious, because there's still a belief in the Boston Celtics and what they are, and that's who they'd have to get by in the second round. So the belief would be the Cavs, because they're the team that is expected on the other side of the bracket. So the Knicks still have, they did accomplish something that they should have done. It was the expectation. You were the third seed. You should have won your first round series. But the second round rematch with the Celtics, which is what everybody's hoping for and expecting, that's going to be the deciding factor of who gets out of the East in everyone's opinion.
Oh, Windman, yesterday I asked you if you had made hotel reservations for New York.
It's getting
in June.
expensive.
And you said you hadn't quite done so yet. And once again, Stace and I are offering you a room in the apartment. You're welcome to come stay with us. We're walking distance from the Garden. Have you reconsidered hotel reservations for New York City in June?
Yes, I have.
Breaking news. Breaking news. Can we flash the breaking news?
Tweet it right now.
But I will say, Alan.
Yeah.
Alan,
It's not Boston yet.
The 76ers, just be careful. The 76ers match up well with the Knicks.
That's correct.
Whoever they play in the next round, this is going to be an absolute fight, no question.
Yes.
But the difference is, if the 76ers win, MSG is home court. So that's definitely a key. The Knicks were 3-1 against the Celtics during the regular season. They beat them in the playoffs last year. They are coming in with huge momentum. The Knicks are in as good of a place as they possibly could have imagined at the start of the season.
Okay,
I think everybody wants the Celtics for that reason. The Knicks were built to beat Boston. The Sixers thing, that would change everything.
All right, and I want to bring Damian Woody into the conversation as well. If you're just joining us, maybe you didn't see what happened last night, but at one point last night, Jason Tatum